Basically, we have the speed boards and the flexi bands can be used from 9 years of age to 90. We have 3 athletes who are between the ages of 13 and 15 who are just going to do a small little bit of work with flexi bands. It's so important. There's a great rule out there: children shouldn't use weights because of nature, and that is the body hasn't sealed. So they're all training, they're training as much as everybody else. They need to recover, they need to get strong, and they need to have functionality. So the importance of these people in doing the boards, back to the same thing, everybody's different. So we're going to show you a bit of assessment, a bit of flexibility, and a bit of strength work. And we're going to find problems that we have in young people in sport today. And a lot of it is just dysfunction. So now, as you see, we have 3 different people on different angles, but different functionalities. But yet, they're all 800 metre runners or 400 metre runners or whatever they are, and they all have different dysfunctions. It doesn't mean that this person's going to be better than the other, but what the idea of the speed board is to create a better posture, which helps growth, which helps elongation, and also helps sport and performance. This girl here, what's your first name?
Sarah.
Sarah, who's struggling quite a lot. So if we just hold her back straight and just encourage her to stretch on the board a little bit longer, she will re-elongate and get better posture. Because what happens with a lot of people is they grow, and she will grow with a little bit of a tilt in her pelvis, and by the time she's 25, 30 years of age, she'll have some sort of joint or hip dysfunction, or in the sporting world we call it a sick note, injured all the time. So it's important to encourage flexibility for this person in this area. This chap here who's has a lot of good elongation here, but he has a very tilted shoulders. He has a little bit of a hump starting on his back. You drop your hands, please. And as you can see, his ears is far back from his shoulders, so he has a lot of upper tightness here, which looks very good. We need to encourage that. We need to strengthen it. How do we strengthen it? We can use the resistant bands. And we can create a movement, to create an activity. Otherwise, he will have that problem. We have this girl here who's, what's your name? Anne. If you stand up a little bit higher on the board, please. When you see Anne here like that, she has a little bit of a tilt on her right hand side. So I don't know, I've never met this girl before, and I'm sure if you ask questions, she has a little bit of restriction here. Is that right? And she's caught here. The board shows it up. I don't have to look. She's quite tight here, and that's creating a lateral shift into her spine. And over a period of years, a few years' time to come, she's going to have problems. This is why these boards are absolutely amazing for children. As I always say, it's not because I sell them. I don't need to worry about that, but every house in Ireland should have one for a child for posture re-elongation. And you can use these boards, and you can use these bands from 9 years of age to 90. We're going to get Anna to stand on the board for a second. When Anna was standing on the board a few minutes ago, we found that she had a bit of a pelvic shift due to a little bit of an accident she had a while ago, so I hear. But what we're looking for basically is her angles. for any sort of sport and performance, your hips, your knees and your ankles all have to be under a centre of mass for movement. If we can get Anna up on the board just a second again. She's now standing in dorsiflexion, she's standing straight. We've been doing a bit of stretching with her just to loosen her out. A lot of her shift that she had in her pelvis was due to compensatory movements. And as I said, with children, these can grow and they can continue to be left that way. But because we've stretched her out and we've re-elongated a little bit of fascia, we've held her in a stretch for a couple of movements, she has a lot of more erect stability. We need to encourage her to keep doing this. This will help her not have any hip restrictions, and also she'll run and she'll perform without a little bit of a limp. As I say, when people are training nowadays, unless they have slow motion analysis, we're not going to pick up any hip dysfunction. But she's quite improved in this area here, and when she did start, she had a shift to the right. Okay, you stand down, thank you.